Hi everybody. I recommend having a blanket that you can use as a prop. I also recommend having a strap or a scarf or a belt, something that you can use that is like a strap. If you have a yoga mat and yoga blocks, get those out. If you don't have blocks or a mat, whatever you're using to improvise is 100% fine. And the blocks aren't necessary. I'll show you how to use them either way. I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna play music today because I love doing movement to music. So we're gonna start on all fours. When you're on all fours, make sure you're drawing your navel up towards your spine, even if you're pregnant, right? Let's take an inhale breath, arch your spine, widen your sitting bones, keep the sides of your neck long. Exhale, pull your waist in and curve. 2 more like that. Inhale, arch your spine. Exhale, flexing the spine. 1 more time, work with your breath. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, pull up and hold your spine in neutral. Slowly take your head and your tail over to the left. And then head and tail over to the right. Good, do that again, each side. Lateral side bend. Good, hold it here. Sit your hips back to your heels. Find your child's pose. You're welcome to stack your hands and put your forehead down. Remember, you can always come back to this shape. It's really good for lengthening out the low back, opening up the hips. Walk your hands to the right side of your mat, stretching out your left side waist. Walk your hands over to the other side. Bring it back through center. Find your all fours. Tuck your toes under. Keep your abdominals engaged. Lift your hips up to a downward facing dog. Slowly pedal out your heels. If you ever need to modify for downward facing dog, come down to your hands and your knees. Good. Slowly shift forward. Come into your plank. If you are pregnant, always doing plank on the knees. Lift your hips up, downward facing dog. 2 more like that. Find your plank. Knees down. Hips up, downward facing dog. Last one, either rolling forward to plank or knees down. Shift your hips back to your child's pose. Rest. Take 2 breaths. Notice your energy. Good. Come back up to hands and knees. Slowly sweep your left foot forward of your mat. Lengthen out your back leg. If you have blocks, put your hands on the blocks and press yourself up. If you don't have blocks and you still need the support, take your hands to your front thigh. Press into your thigh. Hold it here. Squeeze your right side seat. That's going to help stabilize your hip and also open up the front of your right hip. Breathe in. Sweep your right left arm up and then side stretch to the left. Good. Bring it back through center. Take 1 more lift here. Lower down. Take your hands to the floor or to blocks. Take your right hand down. Easy twist. Peel your left arm open. If you're pregnant and your belly is bigger, you can open up to the other side. Good. Both hands down to the floor. Slowly straighten out your front leg, flex through your toes, and shift forward into your lunge. Do that again. Slowly straighten out your front leg, flex through your toes. Shift forward into your lunge. Take your hands down, sweep it back, and find your child's pose. Rest. When you're ready, make your way back up to your all fours position. Sweep your right foot forward. Your hands are either on the floor or on your blocks. Slowly come up. Keep your hands down or take your hands up to your right thigh. Squeeze the base of your left seat. Open up the front of your left hip. Breathe in and out. Keep drawing your abdominals in. Reach your left arm up and then side stretch to the right. Good. Come back up through center. Bring your hands back on top of your thigh. Give it one more lift here. Slowly bring your hands back down to the floor. Take your left hand down. Peel your right arm open. Again, if there's no space there for you, then you peel it open to the other side. Finding that twist, it comes from your mid, upper back, thoracic spine. Bring both hands back down. Slowly straighten out your front leg, flex through your foot. Good. Rebend your front knee, go back into that lunge. 2 more times. Straighten it out, flexing. When you flex, squeeze the top of your thigh. Pull back into your lunge. 1 more time. Good. Back into your lunge. Sweep it back and come into your child's pose. Make your way to all fours position. If you're staying in all fours, stay in all fours. If you're coming up to downward facing dog, find your downward facing dog. Wherever you are, step your left foot through your hands. We're going into warrior 1. Make sure that your front foot is pointing straight forward and your back toes are at an angle. I like to have my feet at about hips distance apart. Some people like heel to heel alignment. So feel what feels right in your body today. Slowly make your way up to standing. Start with your hands on your hips. Straighten out that front leg. Inhale, and then exhale, rebend your front knee. Good, 2 more. Inhale, straighten out your front leg. Exhale, rebend your knee. 1 more time. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, bend. Reach your arms out to the side, palms down, stretch through your fingers. Stay here or reach your arms up, maybe even look up. Breathe in and out. Good. Straighten out your leg. Take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. If you can't interlace your fingers, this is where a strap would come in handy, right? You can use this strap. If you can interlace your fingers, rebend your front knee, open up your chest, micro bend your elbows if you tend to lock out your elbows. You can either stay right here, or if you're wanting a little bit more, come inside that left knee and let your chest open. 1 more breath here. Nice. Take your hands down to the floor inside your left foot. Come up onto the ball of your back foot, going into your lizard lunge. You can stay here, or if it feels better, you can put your back knee down. Hands go inside left foot. Make sure your left knee is tracking over your middle and second toe. You can open up the knee just a little bit if it feels right. Option to come down to the elbows. You're either going to stay right here, or if you have even more range of motion in your hips, you're going to reach your left arm back, bend your back knee, and catch a hold of your right foot. Super slow, let go of your foot. Press yourself back up through all fours. Take your hips back to your child's pose and rest. Take one more breath here in your child's pose. Come back up to all fours. Wherever you are, you're either going to stay in all fours, or you're going to come up to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, spin your back heel down. Set your feet up first before you stand up, right? Find the distance that you like between your feet and the width. Come up, take your hands to your hips. Inhale, straighten out your front leg. Exhale, bend your front knee. Two more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Reach your arms out to the side. Palms down. Stretch through your fingers. Either stay right here or reach your arms up. Maybe you even want to look up. Super nice. Straighten out your front leg for a moment. Interlace your fingers or grab your strap. Have a micro bend in your elbows. Open up your chest. Rebend your front knee. You can either stay here or slowly hinge forward. Inside that right thigh. Press your fists away from the earth. Unlock your hands, take your hands down. Spin onto the ball of your back foot. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Keep that knee tracking over your middle and second toe. Lizard lunge. You can stay here, or maybe you want to put your knee down, or coming down to your elbows is also an option. Listen to your body. If you want even more, bend your left knee. Reach your right arm back. If not, stay in your lunge and breathe. Super slow. Let go of that foot. Press your arms straight. Sweep it back. Find your child's pose. Rest. Good. Come back up. We're going into pigeon. So this is where your blanket is going to come in handy. If you cannot bring your hip down to the floor, the blanket's going to go underneath your hip. You can fold it as many times as you need. We're going to start on the left side. So you slide your left shin through, flex that foot. Now, if your hip doesn't come all the way down to the floor, you take the blanket and you slide it underneath your left hip. And then be where you are today, right? Maybe it's right here. Maybe you come all the way down to your elbows and breathe. Personally, one of my favorite poses. So good for opening up the rotators in your hips and your glutes. We're going to be here for about 10 breaths. Just rest. Two more breaths. Good. Slowly press yourself up and then bring your left hip down to the earth. So if you have a blanket there, move it, have a seat, and face the front. Stay right here, sit up really tall. Good. So your right leg is extended, toes flexing up. Good. Reach your arms out. Take your left arm and take a side stretch over towards your right leg. Breathe into the side of your waist. Come up, and we're going to do that same thing one more time. Breath in. Exhale, side bend. Hold it. Good. Sit up tall, and then slowly rotate towards your right leg. Flex your toes. Lengthen through your spine and forward fold over your right thigh. Good. Press yourself up to seated. Take your right ankle, cross it over your left thigh, sitting really tall. Good. So for those of you who are pregnant, you're going to rotate away from your thigh. Otherwise, we're going to grab the thigh and rotate towards it, looking over your right shoulder. I'm going to demonstrate the other way for a moment. Sitting up really tall, rotating away from the leg. Good. Come back through center. Extend both legs out. Take your hands behind you for a moment. Wiggle out your legs. Flex your toes up. Lift your chest. And then crawl your fingers forward. Maybe you can grab a hold of your toes. Good. Slowly make your way back up to sitting, and we're going to go to pigeon on the other side. So find your all fours, find your blanket if you used it on the other side. This side might be different than the first. Wherever you are, slide your right shin forward, flex your foot. Breathe for 2 breaths here. And then option to come down to your elbows, staying for about 10 breaths. Giving the hips time to open. Slowly press back up. Remove your prop. If you like that, feel free to pause and stay. Have a seat onto your right hip. Turn and face forward. Reach your arms out. Take a breath in. And then take a big side bend towards your left leg. Open up your right side waist. Breathe in. Come up. And do that one more time. Big side bend. Good. Come back up. Turn and face your left thigh. Lengthen your spine and forward fold. Good. Press back up to sitting. Stretch your legs forward. We're going to do our seated forward fold one more time. Oh, we forgot our twist. Sorry. Take your left ankle over your right thigh. Lengthen your spine. And then we're going to rotate towards the left. Unless you know who you are, you're rotating to the open side. Bring it back up through center, straighten out your legs, widen your sitting bones towards the earth, and now take your seated forward fold. Wherever you are, breathe. Slowly press back up to a seated position. Bend through your knees. Take your hands behind you, fingers face towards you. And slowly press your hips up to a reverse table. Keep your eyes forward. Keep the backs of your legs strong. Lower your hips back down. We're going to finish up in a comfortable seated position. So you can be cross-legged if this does not feel comfortable for you. Some of you might want to grab your blanket and sit up a little bit taller. Maybe your legs are even out if you can't go cross-legged today, wherever you are, okay? Turn your palms up, close your eyes, keep your spine long. Rest. Notice your energy. Find gratitude for your body, for your space, for your home, for the warmth in your home. For your family, those who support you. Slowly open up your eyes. Have a beautiful rest of your day, everybody.